If you put your head in a tiger's mouth, even a tiger has just finished eating, you put your head in his mouth, you're going to have something good is going to happen. And I feel we have to come to the fire, you have to come to God, come to truth like that. And it is what also provides true grace, the fire for that. It puts in your heart the fire, the urge. Something starts as an urge, then it becomes urgent. And the urgency becomes emergency. And then everything else vanishes. Then you will be free today. Some people, they cannot wait. They cannot start sadhanas that's going to take 6 months or 6 years. They say, I don't have time. It has to be today. This type of meeting I like very much. Meetings that have second appointments and third appointments, they're good also. And it's okay. But when you come with this, no, now. But not now as in, sort of anxious now, not just anxious, not out of merely an emotional state, but with a real sense of urgency, because look, I'm running out of space, I have nowhere to go. There's no space left for me in all of this world now. As big as it is, there's no space left for me. The only thing left for you is to vanish. Then you have all the space in the universe. This vanishing is the most beautiful thing. I told you, did I tell you what happened? Because my own master told me like this. He said, if you wish to discover the truth, you must disappear. Like this, no? I never heard words like that. I come to see him, I thought he was going to be kind. So if you read my letter, and if you will find the truth, you must vanish, disappear. I mean, how does somebody carry out an instruction like that? How do you how you do it? So it was not for the person cannot do it. You see. There is a story I remember in the Bible. They say that Jesus was walking with some of his disciples. There was many people around them, big crowds of people, no? And a woman was in the crowd, and she was not well, but it came to her, if I could only just touch his garment, I'll be healed. So she went and she touched while he's walking, like this, touched it, and she was healed, And Jesus stopped, and he turned around and he says, who touched me? The disciples said, Master, what you're saying, we are surrounded by huge crowds. I mean, there are many people. And he says, no, I felt power coming out of me. And then she was there. And then he said, your faith has healed you. Isn't it? No, she didn't say, if I touch his garment, maybe he will... Maybe I asked one of the disciples, is it all right to touch his garment? No, she didn't entertain. She just went. Her feeling and her actions were one. She did not have a space for doubt. And this is what happened, you see. Like that. Sometimes you come, you sit in satsang, and you may even have a sense that, I don't know what if I understand anything, but some seeds have entered your being. And they will sprout and bear very great fruits. It's not merely the intellect, some deep level. This is the thing. We don't need it's not. You don't have to be a professional seeker. You don't have to know how the right thing. No, you only have to have a heart that's beating for the truth, and you cannot wait. Like yours is. You came for a short time, but in this short time you have just been the sponge you talk about, even when you're not aware of it. Some kind of unusual osmosis is going on. When you discover, forget about integration. You see? Because everything is spontaneously happening. Nobody can balance anything. No person can balance anything. The balance is already there. When you find the self, recognize yourself, automatically you're in the field of natural harmony and balance. And these thoughts will just leave your mind naturally. They just leave it. Because your life is so happy, it's just unfolding. It's less to do with action taken and more somehow quietly just observing and moving with the flow. You see?
Yes.
And it becomes easier and easier.
Yes.
The self is not brave, it's not afraid, it's not shy, it's not an extrovert or not like that. None of these things are about it at all. No,
no qualities.
No quality. No quality. Doesn't sound very attractive to the human conditioned mind. No quality. Why would you want something with no quality? You see, like that. Well, it's like you, as the person, don't want something without quality. But something without quality is there.
You can feel it.
Yeah, you see? And as you become more aware of this qualityless space within yourself, the mind's interpretation of it becomes weak. As you come into the living presence of it, then the most beautiful is when you are not apart from it anymore. The fear will try to keep separation, but all of this is imagined. All is imagined thing. And also the identity and the fear brings its own, doesn't help. Fear we know. The fear, we know the symptoms, we know the expressions, no, of the fear. You feel energetically also, something is like this, no? But the one who is afraid, can we try to look on this? Have you found? The actual one, identify the actual one who is afraid, the one who is really suffering. But okay, suppose right now we are taken over by some strong feeling like fear, like whoa. But you are aware that this is happening, isn't it? Why are we not more aware before? Actually, we are aware, but we're not aware that we are aware. Actually, it's more like that. We are aware, because everything must feature somehow. It doesn't take 2 seconds. Instantly, so you're aware because you're alive. And so whatever happens, it makes some impact, some reading inside. So that's your awareness, you see. So we're aware of it. Even the body is completely taken over. You are aware of it. And the more you can acknowledge that you're aware of it, then a space of detachment can happen, and then the feeling of neutrality can come in. When the feeling of neutrality is recognized like this, then the fear is bearable, meaning that you can just be a reaction in the body, but something doesn't even want to stop it necessarily. It even makes use of it. But I'm asking, who is the one who suffers it? It's a very important question. You know, not just a mental answer will do, but it's an invitation to look at, okay, the fear is in the body, so you use the fear to introduce the one who is suffering it. You must, if you can do this. Not many people, they want to do that. They are too engaged with the fear to really enter into it. So this is why when I'm with you, I like to take the opportunity, we look together or something like that. You see? And fear has its place also. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes the consciousness keeps the fear in the body somehow, because maybe if you were not afraid, then maybe some arrogance might build up. Sometimes the fear is there, then it holds back something, the arrogance, so it develops another part more, and when the other part develops, then it can release this one, then something gets more in more harmony. But you must also be aware that something watches inferiority and superiority, and see them both as sort of movements. But that which watches them does not suffer them. This you must become clear. It's very much, when I say use the fear as part of your sadhana, it actually brings you back to the emptiness if you use it properly. You have to come like today is your day. It has to be like that. You have to come like that. I don't want to do too much work. I'm too tired. You must, then a little bit tick tick and like this. So, yeah. I caught him. Yeah. That's good, like that. Because gentle answer sometimes is not it. You have to look, You have to jump in the fire, jump off this thing. Sometimes I put like that. And sometimes I say, you don't have to do anything at all. There's nothing you have to do, actually. In the truth, that's the most true. Yeah? But sometimes something has to move, and stir up a little bit. Then we can see what we have to look at. Otherwise, your reading is too low. Sometimes the reading is too low. We can't see, check your pulse. I met somebody like this in India 2 years ago. He was like this Indian man. And then I told him, you want help, what I told him to do? Take off your clothes. Take off your clothes, run down the road and come back. This is ashram. In India, ashram, my God. He said, no, you can't say to him like that in the ashram. But I said, but this would cure, very good, quick. Take off your clothes, run out there and come back. I keep your clothes for you. But he didn't do it. I would hide the clothes as well. Then that must fix something, isn't it? It must burn something, isn't it? Yeah, it must burn something.